Hey guys, what's going on? It's Annie, and today I'm doing part 3 of my fingerboard collection. So today we're doing rare boards and one-off boards. If I'm honest, I almost feel like all of these are somewhat rare. Part of the reason why these are one-off boards that I own is because they're rare boards. I tried to figure out a system for organizing these in terms of categories, but honestly, there isn't much to differentiate them. The only really category I have is these 4 boards are customs technically, but other than that, all of these are just rare and one-off boards. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So like I said, I'm gonna start with the customs. I'm gonna start with this one, which is a Word Decks custom. This actually wasn't a custom specifically for me. I actually traded this from Helena at Goat on the Road, and it says "Sorry Baby," and it's a reference to Killing Eve. I love the wood. There's flowers and stuff like that, and I didn't actually notice that until I got the board. In the photos of it, it didn't look like this. I genuinely just thought that it was like slightly dirty or something like that. I put some mono FB rails on here. These are the Shell series. I'm actually going to take these off and put them on a different deck, but for now these are on this board, and on the back I did a little V design for Villanelle. The next custom I have is an orange wood custom. Honestly, I don't even like Justice League that much. I just thought this was a really cool design. At the time, I was watching The Flash. It's honestly a really badly written series, but I didn't understand what good writing was at the time, so I really like the series, and that's why I got this. This is one of my favorite boards for a really long time because it was a really short board. I think this is a 96. I thought it was really, really cool. I really loved it. Next, I have a Collins wood. It's a laser engraved board. This is supposed to be a corgi. I don't know if you guys can tell that it's a corgi. It honestly just looks like a random dog. But I love corgis. They're one of my favorite breed. I really like the bottom ply too, just as it is anyway. I like that the second to last ply kind of shows through on the edges and it creates this sort of outline effect. I really, really like it. And then on the top, Dylan engraved my name on top, which is really nice. Then I have a super rare breed board, which is a decade deck. Devin and I did a collab a while ago, actually. It was like a series with my photos on them. He made me a custom with my old Instagram handle, which was Dancy Annie, and the camera on there is a Leica M6, which is the first camera I ever learned how to take photos on. Anyway, still a really sick board. Really like it. Next, I'm gonna do this board here, which is a Mustard deck. I don't know if Mustard actually still exists. I remember this was traded with someone I used to be fingerboard friends with. I don't think he fingerboards anymore, called Thibault. He was known on YouTube as We Speak Fingerboard. One of the decks he traded me was this Mustard board, and at the time I didn't know anything about Mustard. Eventually I set this up with wide trucks, O-rings, and G6As. And there's also FBS on top. And this has been like a setup for a super long time. I've had this setup as it is for years now. I just never really rode this deck until recently. I posted a photo of this on my Instagram and I said that it's one of those boards where you can get used to the shape no matter what board you've been riding before. But yeah. So the next boards I'm doing aren't customs. All right, next boards we have are my Woob decks. Both of the unboxings for these are still up on my YouTube, so you can go check them out if you want. First Woob I got was this cozy shape board. This is like a classic Woob design, and on the top there's Woob as well, obviously. Zach was nice enough to make me this. I was really stoked on it. And yeah, this is one of the deepest shaped boards I have ever owned. It's got a really defined shape. And yeah, this is a really sick board. I love it. And then next we have a relaxed shape. I actually prefer this shape over the cozy shape because the concave isn't as deep. But this is set up with wide trucks, team bushings, and cartwheels V1s actually. I recently put those on. This is one of those boards that I have set up all the time. I ride it every once in a while. It's a really sick two-tone. These are 2 boards that I'm gonna cherish forever. Okay, I figured out another mini category, and that is collab boards. I only have 3 of those that count as limited. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do those. So the first one is a Flatface G14 and Oak Wheels collab. I know in the part 1 of the collection series I said I don't own any other Flatface boards, but this was the one other Flatface board I was talking about. This is technically rare, so I put this in this category. I actually never ended up using this board because at the time I didn't understand what real wear and not real wear was, and this isn't real wear, so even if I did use it, it wouldn't matter. And this has some really sick plies. Everything matches, like yellow, green, maple, like everything about this board matches like everything. Next collab board is one that I unboxed, and you guys have seen me unbox this. So this one is the Sorry for Fingerboarding and the Barracks collab board. I bought this basically just to hang on the wall, but now that I think about it, I don't think I want to hang it up. It's just sort of in this category of stuff because I might want to ride it one day actually. I've never ridden a Sorry board before, so I really like the top graphic too. It's really sick. Next, I have a brand that you guys probably haven't really heard of, and it's called Tom Pearson. This company was started and created by Alvaro. He's always part of the Variety Collection videos. If you guys don't know what those are, you really should know what those are. But this is a Cowply and Tom Pearson collab board. The board is Tom Pearson and obviously the graphic is Cowply. But yeah, thought this was really sick. A really long board too though. Since I talked about Tom Pearson, I'm gonna continue with Tom Pearson and talk about this board I have here. Out of the two Tom Pearson boards, this is definitely my favorite one. I prefer the shape of it, and I rode this for a really long time. Actually, this was one of those few boards that I was able to ride with a lot of skate grip on. I've actually since changed the grip job. There's not much to say about this. I really liked it. It's another one of those boards that I'm gonna keep forever, so yeah. So the next two boards that I'm doing are two kind of odd boards. One of them is especially odd. This board is a company board. When I first started fingerboarding, I was looking for companies aside from Woob to buy from. This was one of the companies that came up, but their boards on their site looked like normal shaped boards. I was never sent a board. Like, I bought one off the site and months later nothing had come, so I emailed them and said, what the fuck? They emailed me back saying they would send me a board, and then they sent me this, which is like nothing. It's a 3-ply board, but on their site at the time it was 5-ply boards. So I was so confused, but I kept it anyway because I was exhausted from like trying to contact them and nothing having been sent. So I was just like, okay, I guess I'll take this. It's a really weird story, but I actually think this is one of the more unique boards I've had. I never rode it because it's 3 plies and I could easily break this, and it's not exactly an ideal shape. It's so weird. So weird. Next one I got in a trade unboxing. It's a carrot board and it's a penny board, and it's engraved at the front and also on the top ply. I think the unboxing for this is also still up. But yeah, I've never ridden this. This is just fun to have. I think it's really cool. Alright, so for the next few ones, I'm not even gonna go in a particular order. I'm just gonna do them in whatever order I pick them up. So I have this Lakewood board. It's a Hail Mary board. It's a really sick split ply. Brandon made very few of these boards. He doesn't sell these anymore as far as I'm concerned. This is an insane split ply. And this is considered a rare Lakewood. I know people who collect Lakewood boards and they want this board a lot. When Brandon made these, I think I messaged him on Instagram and I said I would love one of them. He was like, yeah, for sure. So he sold me one and I was really happy. Okay, next board I have is this Q-Dex board. This is a fabric bottom ply, lion graphic. I think maybe 20 of these were made. This graphic is just crazy nice. Yeah, this is a really long board and actually really thick too. But the middle ply is actually really sick. I don't even know what it's made of, but it looks more like recycled skateboard, but I have no idea what it is, but it's really nice. Next, I have this board here that I actually have no clue what this is. I don't remember what trade, but I got this and I was like, what on earth? Because it is super short. It's literally 90 millimeters long. I sometimes set this up for fun, but yeah, it's really funny. I really like it. I have no idea what company this is. I also don't know what this graphic is at the bottom. I think it's a polar replica, but I also got this in a trade, I think. And this board is actually really nice to ride. I set this up and rode it for a good few months, and I really liked the shape. Like, it looks a bit like a cruiser type of thing. Once again, I have no idea what board this is. Next, I have a Trap Fingerboards deck, another really nice board I liked. It was a really easy shape for me to ride as someone who didn't really know how to fingerboard very well at the time, but it's a really sick two-tone with a little, like, I don't know what you call it, but the circle thing in the wood. Next, I have a Stubby deck. This company was really short-lived, so Stubby Decks actually sent me a board for free. And then I bought this board, I'm pretty sure. I really also liked the shape of this, but I don't really know why he stopped making boards because these are really sick decks. Yeah, there's not much else to say about this one. It's just a really nice board overall. I'm pretty sure the bottom is hand painted. The next board I have is an OG Fingers or OG Fingerboards deck. And I think there's only 5 of these to ever exist in the world. And it's a Green Day Dookie album bottom graphic board. The appeal for this one for me was also just that it was a rare board, and I am a big collector of fingerboards. There's even like a top graphic with some of the album art. That's the story behind this. That's about it. Next, I have an Idol Fingerboards deck with a metal bottom ply, or a copper bottom ply, I think, actually. I bought this for the same reason I bought the other one, which is that it was rare. When I actually physically got it, I was not able to ride this whatsoever. It's super heavy. Last collection video, I showed you guys my Lakewood Arizona Iced Tea bottom ply, and that was heavy to me, but that's still like a really thin layer. This copper bottom is really thick. It is super heavy, but it is really pretty, and that's why I got this. You can see it's got Idol hand painted over the copper. The weathering is so nice on this. It's so pretty, and yeah, I love this. It's just one for the collection. Next, I have a Bosswood, I'm pretty sure. It's this graphic, just says black, gold, gold, black. I got this in the unboxing I did from Hannah, where she was sending me stuff and things got lost, and then she made up for it by sending me another package, but she sent more than she really should have, and this was one of the boards she sent to me. This is the only Bosswood of my collection because I've sold or traded all my other Bosswoods. Next, I have a DK deck. This is a one-off board. It's not really rare, I don't think, but it's a Fox split ply. I bought this deck way before DK became a huge thing. I bought this probably in 2015 or 14. I just thought this was really cute, and that's why I got it. I think there was another which was a panda as well, but I didn't get that one. Yeah, that's honestly the story behind this one. I really like how the colors fit in with each other too, so yeah. Next, I have a Level Up board. Jason was selling this through his Instagram or something. I bought it because no one knew that I was gay, and I bought this for myself, really. And for those of you who don't know, the pride flag is rainbow, so that's why I got this. I loved Level Up boards, and like I said, I bought this kind of for my own comfort. Next, I have a Digit Supply Co. board. It's a really sick, like, partial graphic. It's a paper graphic. I really liked this board. I wrote it for a while, but I never really fucked it up. I plan on setting this up again sometime soon, but this is really sick. I thought these boards looked really nice. I love the owls on here. I think this is a pro model board, actually. It says Jonah on it. Next, I have a Scott B or Dynamic Fingerboards board. This I got in a sale from Helena. I bought this and then I also traded something. But this came in the package with the Word Decks board. The story behind why I wanted to buy this off of her was because I've seen this cat graphic for the longest time. Again, like Skylar Rippey had bought this cat graphic board, and at the time, Dynamic wasn't Dynamic. It was just Scott B. This is, like, for me, a historical board, so that's why I got it. And I don't want to ruin it, so I haven't really used it. Next, I have a Homewood board. I actually used to own 2 Homewood boards, but the other one I didn't like the shape of, like it was too low for me. So this is the one I kept, and I sold the other one. I really like Homewood boards. I really loved like the shape. I loved how they felt. I'm sad they don't make boards anymore, but I remember when I bought this board was also when I bought a set of lab wheels, which was what the no comply wheels were called. Next, I have a Go On The Road FB board, which I did unbox for you guys. I love the graphic, but I'm not sure how I feel about the shape, which is why I unset it up. This shape kind of feels lower in comparison to the other boards that I ride, and the board is actually really thin and super flexible, and that scares me a little. Yeah, I really love this graphic. Helena's a super sick company owner. She's really sweet. She's actually sending me a free board, so I'm really stoked on that. Yeah, go get yourself a GR deck. They're really nice, and Helena's really talented. She hand paints all of these boards. Like, I don't understand how she gets so much detail in. Alright, next board I have is this high FB board. I bought this literally a couple weeks ago, and it arrived really fast. It arrived within like a week, and I've always wanted a high FB board, and you guys know I have 2 high FB boards now, and I'm actually getting another one, technically a custom. I wanted a high FB board since Chris Marshall, or FB Fingers, did an unboxing a long time ago, and I never bought one. I eventually got my hands on 2 and 3 soon. So yeah. Alright, so for this high FB board, it's a 2-tone. It says high at the bottom, and then I have a monorails vinyl on there, a sorry for fingerboarding, kill your TV sticker, and also a Flint sticker, and it says may the black powder be with you. And I set this up with wide chucks, O-rings, and some flat face wheels too. And the top had the word high on it, and I wanted to just do like a little grip job over it, so that's what I did. And yeah, those are my 2 high FB boards. Next, I have this Overdose deck, and this was also owned by Thibaut, and he stopped making boards. Like, he just didn't make boards anymore. Another one of those companies that was really short-lived. I bought this off of his website. I thought it was really nice. I liked the coffee, I liked the wood. This is actually a really nice shape. I also like often reset this up just for fun. It's a nice short board. It's really comfortable. That's that. And we're on to our last 2 boards. So I have a Weca deck. Not much to say about this. It's a Weca deck. This is a rare board. I still really like this graphic. I like the gradient. Really sick board. I really liked the shape too. I wish I owned more Weca boards, but this is the only one I ever owned, I think. Last board we have is a Duck Decks. So this is a company owned by Savannah Simpson. At the time, she was only making boards once every like, I don't know how many years, but she posted this on her Instagram, and I thought the graphic was really cute actually, and I really liked it. I bought it even though the shape is kind of weird and the holes weren't perfected or anything like that. I think it's really cool too because Savannah announced that she's making boards again. I don't know if it's like a forever thing, but they're also called Duck Decks. Yeah, I think it's really cool that I own one of these. I think only 10 of these were made or something like that. Yeah, it's a ridiculously long board too. But I didn't want to sell it. I just wanted to keep it for me. So yeah, that is my Duck Decks. And yeah, that's the collection video part 3. I'm sorry if this one felt kind of rushed. The other 2 videos were really, really long, and it was really difficult to shave them down even to the length that they are now. That's why I kind of talked a little faster and gave less detail. If you want any other information about these boards, like why I got them, any additional stories about specific boards, definitely let me know in the comments. Once again, I want to remind you that I'm not selling or trading any of these boards, so please do not ask. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Also make sure to follow me on annienfb.mov for any other bonus content. I post photos, I sometimes post little videos too. The next video for the collection series is going to be the boards that I plan on hanging up or the boards I already have hung up. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for that. I hope everyone is staying safe and is doing okay at this moment in time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.